Hello and welcome to Flights of Fandom, the show where we create improvised fan fiction using tabletop role-playing games. I'm your game master this evening, David, he, him. I'm a graphic designer, an illustrator, and a game designer. You can check out all my game stuff over at dbb-8.itch.io. You can also check me out on Instagram and Twitter at dbrunelbrutman. And this week, we are returning once again to Gotham City for our fourth Escape from Arkham flight, following our four Gotham City henchmen as they make their own way in the criminal underworld. We're playing In the Dark, a simplified hack of Blades in the Dark, which you can get over at my aforementioned site, dbb-8.itch.io. And with that, I'm going to throw it over to my cast to introduce themselves. Let's get started with Marcy.
Hey, I'm Marcy, aka Experimental Madness, which is the name you can find me most places around the internet, except for Twitter, where I remain the resident cryptid. But in theory, you can find me there under the username Merciful. Maybe I'll see your message, who knows? I am once again back playing Jacky Ripley, your friendly neighborhood henchwoman, and former bodyguard, maybe ex of one Harvey Dent. But it's fine. It's all good now.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Let's continue around the clock down to Hopper.
Well, shit, that's me. What's up, everybody? I'm regrettably still Hopper, still a disaster zone. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a arborist and pro GM, and if you care to hear more of my loud-ass bullshit and bad hot takes, you can find me at most sites under Fail Deadly. That is Fail Deadly with a 3 instead of an E, because, as always, I'm a bad person. And tonight I will be playing Olly, the this is fine. This is fine. I definitely didn't break my arm or anything. Getting away from Joker's goons. The non-binary punk rock driver who's just a very good employee of Poison Ivy.
Cool. Yeah, nobody here has any sort of feelings or romantic entanglements.
None at all. None at all.
With any canon characters, and we refuse to do it. And quite frankly, people are mad at us, and they keep writing in, but we won't break. Speaking of, let's continue over to Puja.
Hello, everybody. I am Puja, and I am playing Manny Quinn tonight. And in case you guessed based on the last name that she has something to do with Harley Quinn, you'd be wrong. She's only married to her, nothing else. It's like totes normal. And last we left off, Manny's fine, a little shot, her nose is a little busted, but you know, it's all good. We're having a good time. Oh, also, Batman's kind of a corporate bully, but whatever.
All right, and rounding out the clock, let's go up to Mattie.
Hello, I am unfortunately not Hopper. I am Mattie. I use they, them pronouns, and I am an illustrator and MFA student at FIT, and you can find me online at Cellartator, where I will post fan things, the occasional artwork, and many, many, many pictures of my cat. And today, or tonight, I am playing Ed Shannon, who is just a regular guy. And if he doesn't know who somebody in the Batman universe is, it's definitely Ed and it's not me. Because I do know. And I'm just really good at role playing. So just keep that in mind.
Solid. All right. So with that, let's jump right into it. So we start on a cold morning. Thin sunlight is filtering through the mist coming off Gotham River. It's winter. There is a decided chill in the air. We get a view of the scrapyard under the bridge, and we hear just a cacophony of banging echoing up and out of this yard as we swoop in to see Scraps, the owner of the yard, tuning up the crew's car, which, all right, we made a decision last time, and I would like to float a what I hope is a yes and. I would like the car to be named Betty Green. Do I have it? Will somebody please second this motion?
Seconded.
Seconded.
Great. The motion carries. Your getaway car.
There is a giant picture of Betty White on the side. Except with like a green filter on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a painting of Betty White, but she's got green hair.
Amazing. Spectacular.
So, what's everybody up to this morning?
Can I suggest that it be on the back so that people can stare at it while we pass them?
Yeah.
They can just stare at Betty Green passing them. This is a crime. I'm updating the equipment sheet.
So, what's everybody up to this morning? You spent the night at the yard. Scraps was kind enough to allow you to stay the night after you managed to escape from Joker's goons who have been hunting you across Gotham ever since a semi-botched heist in the basement vault of Penguin's Arkham Diamond Casino. And what's more, the Batman has asked you to see what you can do about ending the gang war that came out of that botched vault heist. So, you got some people on your asses. What you do about that is, of course, entirely up to you. But what's everybody up to on this, quite frankly, pretty gross cold morning in Gotham City?
I think Ed is sitting dangerously close to the space heater. And what time of morning would you say it is?
It's pretty early. I'm thinking it's probably around 7. So it's not like break of dawn early, but we have the whole morning ahead of us. I think
at around this time, Ed knows that his kids are kind of getting up for school, so he's kind of he's sitting like next to the space heater, and normally I think he'd be fussing over our crewmates, or his crewmates, but now like he kind of takes an hour every morning to like text all of his kids and be like, don't give your mom too much trouble, and like asking them about their day and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we see Ed texting away, sending off his morning text to all his kids. I think you're probably huddled near the space heater in the yard's office, which is this we described last time, this parked trailer in sort of centrally located in the yard. Ed, who do we see texting away here? Give us a little physical description.
Excuse me. Right. Yes. Ed is you can't tell because he's sitting down, but he's like an average height guy. He is 5'8", 5'7", and middle-aged, pushing I think maybe late 40s, graying. He's got muscle on him, but also a little bit of weight, like a fat, kind of dad bod. He looks great though, and kind of just
the ladies love it.
The ladies love it, and he has the ex-wives to prove it. Just like Ed, I am starting to lose track of how many ex-wives he has, so I'm gonna have to look through my notes on that one. But he has a high and tight haircut. Yeah, 5. Yeah, look.
I thought it was 3. I gotta look
more
through
than
my
3.
notes.
No, it's definitely 5.
We
I
went
remember you
up from
saying
3?
this.
Great.
Oh my
Or
god.
is it 5
Or is it just your
kids?
5
Is it
kids and your
it's
3
5 kids
ex-wives?
and 3 ex-wives.
There
It's
it
5
is.
kids
That might
and
be
3
it.
ex-wives.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Because we
No,
met several of them at the museum heist.
Yeah, because like all of his kids are really into choir for some reason and like performance arts. Weird gene that he passed down. But anyway, you know, he's wearing a jean jacket and a white shirt and also a pair of jeans. And he's just chilling. He's clean shaven, you know. He's like one of those guys that gets up at like 6 a.m., takes a shower. I don't understand it. It's honestly disgusting. But
Gross.
I know. But
Illegal.
yeah. And he's just kind of huddled by the space heater, texting on his smartphone. Oh, and Snapchatting because Manny taught him how to do that. So he's also he like takes a picture of himself with the space heater and sends it to all of his kids, and he's like streak, and he has like super long streaks with all of them.
Love it. I love it.
Tremendous. Let's go over to Manny. What's Manny up to early in the morning?
So I think early in the morning, Manny probably has walked into. Is there a kitchen around here? Manny's on the hunt for coffee.
Yeah,
There is, in fact, a kitchen.
Where, Hopper, would there be a kitchen?
The kitchen's attached to the garage.
Okay.
All right. So you probably see Manny in, my guess is, one of Olly's old hoodies that she asked to like cut the sleeve off of for her cool flesh wound arm now, because you know you gotta rock those scars. And I mean, you just unexpected spending the night. She's probably also in like a pair of Olly's like old shorts or something, and is just walking around bedraggled, blue hair. Looks like she had a rough night, but it's kind of in that punk rock way of like those people who show up hungover somewhere but are like proud of their hangover. Like, yeah, you're right. That's right. You slept. I was out all night having fun.
Yeah.
Which one of us has and thinks they have the better life for it?
Right. You look, apologies, like crap, but
Yeah. On purpose.
But yeah, in a way that emphasizes how fucking cool you are.
Exactly. Looks
Brightly colored crap
Yeah.
Yes, she looks like crap, but in a cool way.
with sprinkles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That pretty much describes Manny's aesthetic. Crappy, but with sprinkles. Yeah, and you see her probably rolling in. She's got like a phone in one hand, is looking at Ed's snaps. You know, kind of like, don't tell Ed, but she definitely thumbs through them to kind of like make them go faster, so that you know he'll see that they've been like looked at. But
And he is checking. He is checking.
yeah, she's not out here reading like long captions. And you probably see her when she gets the coffee machine snap back to Ed to keep that streak alive. That's saying, if you want me not to burn the coffee, come out here now.
Oh, he's sprinting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm imagining that we're seeing Manny in this kitchen space that's in this. We have this sort of like airplane, like half cylinder, corrugated metal building of a garage, and I think there's probably like an area towards the back, which is like maybe it's open to the rest of the garage, but like maybe there's like a tile floor laid out in this area, and like the
It's linoleum
and plumbing. Yeah, linoleum, definitely. And you know, like the sink and the plumbing are hooked up, and there's some like, you know, sort of miscellaneous counters installed in this sort of one corner of the garage. Jacky, let's pop over to Jacky. What's Jacky up to?
Yeah, I think Jacky is making her way over towards like this kitchen garage to get coffee as well. She's been staying at the scrapyard for how many weeks has it been, Ollie? Couple? Yeah, the time is funny.
More than a month. Certainly.
More than a month. Great. Yeah, so she's tired. She's not fully dressed. She's sort of opening. Is it open, or is there like a door that she would have to like swing into?
Is this
it like a garage door?
Kitchen? Yeah. So there's probably a garage door open. Scraps is the kind of person who's also awake ungodly early and only drinks decaf.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Scraps goes to bed late and wakes up early, and it is upsetting.
So, like Jacky's rolling up there, hair disheveled. She's got hair that's shaved on one side, kind of like feathered and fluffed up on the other. Right now, it's just kind of like all of a mess in like a weird, messy faux hawk. 'Cause she's just grabbing her coffee and then going back to wherever it is she crashes in the yard to go actually change. So she's just rolling in there in like sweatpants and a black and white shirt that is definitely not hers. It's way too big. I don't know whose it is. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
And,
is it a t-shirt or like an oversized
like a button down kind of? Yeah.
Excellent.
Like a dress shirt, except for her, it almost does look like a shirt that is a dress.
Yep.
She walks in, sees that there are other people here. First thing is like, oh shit. Yep, forgot that we were all here. And just starts making her way over very quietly to grab for the coffee. It's just like,
it's not done yet, Jacky. Wait your turn. Also, can you respond to my Snapchat? Because our streak's about to die.
Oh, Ed, no, I would, but remember that my phone is, how do I put this? May it rest in pieces.
You still haven't gotten a new one?
Not really, no. You got funds I don't know about.
Ed reaches into his fanny pack and pulls out like an old, really cracked iPhone, and he's like, "Here, it's jailbroken."
Oh, thanks. She's like turning it on. It's like it
does
takes
turn
a minute.
on.
It takes a minute. Yeah.
There's like lines across the screen.
That's
It'll
fine.
work. It's better than nothing.
Does it have Snapchat already installed, or?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna log into. Does Jacky have a Snapchat? It's archaic. She hasn't used it since she got it, which I think was at your urging, Ed, in the first place. But she's like maybe has taken a grand total of 1 or 2 pictures for your sake. So she logs into the account, and is it clear that I don't use Snapchat? Because I don't. But
well, then
Look,
you're role playing
you can,
very accurately.
Thank you.
You can have filters. Manny showed me. Look, this one. If you stick your tongue out, it turns you into a dog. Look, and what else can you do? You can have private store. Manny, come over here. We gotta.
I wish this was a game where I could spend a point to have you accidentally send a picture to Harvey.
Fuck off.
I do.
Does
miss
Manny
that
have
aspect.
Harvey friended on Snapchat?
You could do a fortune roll. I
Can I?
I am very much inclined to say that Harvey Dent does not have a Snapchat, but
Does
we have a
Two-Face
fortune-
have one?
You know what?
Does
I
Two-Face have one?
If
I do
Harley
have
got
an
her
idea.
hands on Harvey's phone, she would have installed it.
Give me a fortune roll.
What is happening right now?
This is for us to roll and you to find out.
I hate it.
That's a 4.
What does that
4?
mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mixed success. Okay. So. Okay.
No.
Harvey Dent and Two-Face. Neither of them has a Snapchat, but you do have the Snapchat of the Dent for DA campaign
I'm gonna kill you guys
from
in
like
real life.
from like years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
yep.
Oh
Yeah,
my
when
God.
they were doing
believe in
social
Harvey Dent.
media outreach. Yeah, they were doing social media outreach. So you do have that.
Am I wearing? Is this?
And who knows if Harvey checks it? Maybe.
Is this sweatshirt of Ollie's I'm wearing an old I Believe in Harvey Dent sweatshirt?
What?
Oh
You
my-
want me
That's
to
been
commit murder
defaced.
in the
Goodness.
garage? I haven't even had coffee yet.
It's been defaced with like a. Do you guys know what the Mr. Yuck symbol is?
No.
I don't know that I do.
It is an old. It's a green that symbol to identify things as poisonous to children. So I
Oh
think
my
that-
god.
Like this
So it is a-
stream?
Okay, Gad, I'd like to revise that Jacky walks in, immediately sees what Manny is wearing, and is just like,
It has the poison
All right.
symbol on it. Is that mine? Would you say anything? It's, Manny's already cut the sleeve off. Just making
it's more
coffee.
just like, what?
And then so then when Manny
Restore
comes
fun.
up, she will say, "Hey, do you think I should snap this sweatshirt as a new design idea to the Dent for DA campaign?"
Yes.
Jacky chokes.
All right. Hey, Ed, get in here with me. We're taking a selfie. And yes, we do troll the Dent for DA campaign.
Oh my god.
Which hasn't posted anything in years.
I'm sure.
Years, but who knows? It's still up.
It
With
takes
that,
Jacky is just
opened.
staring
It's
at the
weird.
both of you, like holding like this mug of coffee, just being like, she's been awake for maybe 10 whole minutes and is just like, am I still dreaming? Like, what is happening? This is so weird.
Do you want how do you take your coffee? Do you want sugar? Do you want milk?
with that, we're gonna cut over to Olly. Olly, what are you up to this morning?
So, is my arm still broken?
It's the next day. Yes.
Ollie is pulling back into the yard in a different, totally legally acquired vehicle, with a large bag with wait, shit, what is it? Bad Batch? No.
Yes.
Yes.
The bakery that
right,
the bakery
yes.
that Miri
Yeah,
runs?
with a large bag with the Bad Batch on it, full of pastries.
Yeah.
Just,
okay. Cool. So.
So yeah, you just hear the slam of a car door, and Ollie just kind of walks in, followed by a really big fuck off gray cat, who just seems to be very intent on getting into the people food.
Sounded like you said Puja seems intent on getting into the people food. And I'm like, yes, I
well,
do.
yeah. Is that inaccurate in any way?
No.
What's the
How
cat's
did you know?
name?
4-stroke.
4-stroke. All right. Big.
So who's gonna voice the cat? I just want
Fuck. I mean, it's an NPC, so I voiced the cat.
Yes, tell me what is the giant Maine Coon bobcat monstrosity?
Perfect. Excellent.
It just gated you. It gated you.
Your microphone hates that sound. It's trying to mute you because it doesn't sound like words.
that's 4-stroke.
Oh man. Jacky looks
Olly,
at the bag and is just like, okay. You drove with that arm?
Yeah, what? It's like it's hot?
Okay, but did she see you going in to get that with that arm?
No, I paid a 10-year-old to buy a bunch of pastries for me.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm not ready to get yelled at this early in the morning.
Man. Yeah, Jacky goes in on one of the pastries.
yeah, Olly, I don't think we got a character description.
Oh,
So who do we see
So,
handing over? handing over the pastry bag.
With a big shit-eating grin, we see standing about 5'8", 5'9", though a little bit taller, with a kind of crappy green faux hawk that's been recently dyed. Clearly a little bit the worse for wear. Arm and sling, black leather vest over a cut-off hoodie, long kind of grayish black jeans, and big old boots. We see a very androgynous looking person who seems to be, looks like shit. Looks like they got hit by a car or thrown through
in a car.
In a car, who knows? Looks like they just got into a serious car accident.
You had a bad time of a car.
Yes, a car happened to me.
A car happened to you.
So yeah, and they're wearing sunglasses, despite the fact that it's still really dark out. And just generally any areas that are not covered up by sleeveless vest or sleeveless hoodie are pretty thoroughly covered with tattoos.
Cool.
Yeah, this is Olly, your friendly neighborhood getaway driver, who has now outran Batman not once but twice.
A pretty impressive record, if I do say so myself. So y'all are communing in the garage kitchen. Scraps, I think, rolls out from under Betty Green on a cool mechanic skateboard. Do those have a name?
You know,
I don't know what they're called.
I was
cool
trying to
mechanic skateboard, and hoists himself into his green wheelchair. He's a guy in his 60s with a white beard, upper body of a fucking brick shit house. I don't know. I got nothing. And he wheels over to join the group. Hey, what do you got there, kid?
Coffee.
All right, that's a good start. You got some pastries?
Yup.
Gonna give the old man one of those?
No. Yeah. I think
that's what I thought. He reaches. He like just completely reaches past you onto the counter into the bag. Grabs one.
Olly hands him a mug of coffee.
So,
Thanks, kid.
not to bring the mood down on this absolutely sunny morning, but what the fuck are we gonna do?
That's exactly what I was wondering.
Do about what?
What? What do you mean, what? Your Snapchat account. Now, what Batman asked us to do.
So I thought we were just gonna walk into Penguin's place and say we'll pay, we'll take care of it, right?
Can be that easy.
Yeah.
You think
Why
that's
wouldn't
it?
it
That's
be?
all we need to do? Just sort of knock on the door, hand them a business card, say, hey, we'll kill people for you, no problem.
I mean, isn't that how it usually works? I mean, I don't know. I'm not like a trained assassin, but like, I mean, how else do you guys like market your services? Like,
God, it would be really useful if we knew like an experienced contract.
Hey, listen,
woman.
I got in this business, I killed a cop on accident, and Falcone seemed to like it. So that's how I got started in this job. Any other fun facts?
So
we
we
should
should
maybe just
kill on accident to get the penguin's attention.
that sounds really traumatic, Jacky. I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you, Ed. I really appreciate that. I've grown past it, I think, as a person overall. But well, I mean, we could kill somebody high ranking on Joker's side. I'm sure that's what Batman meant when he said stop a gang war.
That was a joke, to be clear.
It was also a good idea. Jacky sort of awkwardly finger guns. What do you want from me?
Well,
It's called a creeper, by the way. That's the name of the mechanic skateboard thing. It's
Really?
called a
Oh.
creeper.
So good.
No, I don't like that. I'm not saying that.
I think you should.
Do you think we'd
I'm gonna call it a wheelie boy.
Oh. Do you think we accidentally might become a third faction in this war if we go around starting killing people? Like, we're trying to de-escalate the situation, right?
I'm not skilled at de-escalation. I'm usually the person that gets called in when things are about to get really escalated.
I mean, my personal brand is escalator, but that doesn't seem like what we need here.
What if we did a mixture of escalation and de-escalation? Like played both sides as it were. Like, I'm just trying to, I guess, play to my personal strengths. Like, I can do hacking, like, what if we sent, I mean, this is stupid, but like, what if we sent like, love letters, like Romeo and Juliet, like from like somebody high up in the Penguins to somebody high up in the Joker, like.
I mean, it sounds like a great way to get 2 people killed and off the board, so sure.
I feel like Ed does have 2 points of trauma, and he is both paranoid and soft. And I think that like really like deflates him a little bit, and he looks like really, he's like, oh well, I mean,
No, Ed, it was a good idea. I liked it.
No, you're right. These are hard customers, and I guess I was just being a little romantic. But maybe, the point stands. Escalation, de-escalation. We play the field.
I mean, sure. I think I'm more worried about the fact that if anyone's going to even bother talking to us before shooting us, it might be Penguins guys. Joker's guys don't even want to talk to us.
Yeah, I can't show my face there.
Be sure there's a bounty out for us.
How much? No, that's stupid. Never mind.
Yeah, don't.
They've been coming after you pretty hard for a couple of weeks now. So, if there ain't a bounty, then they are under some strict orders.
I'd just like to know how much I'm worth.
Do you think Pengy would take us in if we went and pretended we needed protection?
See, what worries me is that if we go to him needing protection against ourselves, what's to stop him from selling us out and collecting a bounty if there is one? Or
hatred for the Joker? I mean, they're in a war. There's no reason to give the other side what they want, right?
Yeah, Penguin only cares about money.
That's what I mean. If there's a bounty, then that's money.
We can offer money for protection. I don't know. I'll call Bats and make him offer money for protection.
Yeah, make him
He
pay
is
up.
funding this, right? Like,
he didn't confirm. He left right before we could talk money.
I kept asking him how much he was gonna pay, and he just thinks we're doing this gratis. Which, I mean, come on.
I've never done a job gratis.
We're professionals, right?
How do you invoice the Batman?
He wants us to succeed.
Hell, good luck.
And
well, then he should pay for us to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
I think
you don't ragtag, scrappy crew your way through a civil war.
I think these are all really good points, and we're asking really good questions, and I think we need more information. So, the powers that be, can I perhaps, could Ed perhaps hack into the Penguin or the Joker, like the underlings, like personal communications? Probably the Penguin, because I think they might be a little easier and more accessible, and I really don't want to get found out this early on.
Sure.
Just to maybe see what's going on, like, because I think Jacky said about what's to stop them from just handing us over. Like, we don't know what we're walking into.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, cool. We are technically we're still in downtime, so this is going to be a fortune roll with your I think tinker probably, right? Because you're tinkering with electronic records.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, give me a fortune roll. Let's see how that goes.
Is that's just one?
It's whatever your tinker rating is.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna fortune roll with your tinker rating.
I get to do 3.
Woo!
And it's not even disadvantage. Okay, so I got a 1, a 5, and a 6.
Okay, it's the highest. So yeah, 6 is a good hit. 6 is a good success. So what's your methodology here, and what are you looking for?
My methodology is I'm going after the underlings. So I'm going to be, I think Ed's, probably pretty active on the dark web. So he's got maybe he's going to look for, leaked emails, leaked passwords, Ashley Madison kind of stuff.
Yeah, right. Find somebody's email and email password, hack, you don't
and
even
then
have
once
to
you
hack,
have one,
really. You're just logging into their account.
Exactly. And then once you have one, pretty simple to get the rest through Trojans and other viruses. This is where my technological knowledge ends. And I'm looking for just information on what kind of situation this is. Is this full-on civil war? These two people hate each other? Would the Penguin is there a bounty on our heads? Has Joker broadcasted this? Just information that lets us know our stand so that we're not walking into a potential negotiation blind.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, if there's a bounty, you geniuses in your Snapchat.
Yeah, you're doing great.
We're doing great. There's no problems.
Well, I think the good first bit of news is you hit up your usual databases on the dark web. You are able to connect some email addresses to some public profiles of people who seem to work for Cobblepot on the security side. And you are able to trace back an email, get a password, and you're able to log into somebody's one of the Penguin's security guys' email accounts. And this is like a mid-level guy. So there's a little information back and forth. Mostly what you're getting is a little bit. You're getting sort of organizational emails from higher up, like orders, right? And you're also getting a little bit of chatter back and forth between this person and his colleagues. So from what you can gather, one of the things that this person seems to be involved with is they are a legitimate employee of Cobblepot's, they're on the books. They are paid wages. There is a W-2. Taxes are deducted. And you don't actually have the W-2, but they appear to be a legitimate employee. And they appear to be at least partially responsible for coordinating some decidedly off the books sort of local crews, street gangs, people who are affiliated with the Penguin but informally. And these are the guys who the Penguin is actually using to sort of conduct the street war. The people who are formally employed are guarding the Iceberg Lounge, guarding the casino, but they are coordinating with these with these street gangs who are sort of under the Penguin's general aegis.
So he's
And
hiring mercs.
It's unclear the degree to which these people are like full mercenaries and the degree to which they are like sort of Penguin sponsored gangs that have, you know, already
Are they kind of like feeder teams?
That's like a reasonable way to think about it. Like crews can be sort of hierarchical, right? Like you can join a local crew that's kind of affiliated with a, you know, with like a broader like, you know, you can join like a neighborhood crew that's affiliated with like a broader district crew that controls sort of a larger amount of territory that's affiliated with a higher level like city or, you know, state or even national level organization. And it's kind of that. And they seem to be ramping these up. So they're kind of bringing in more people who are like on that sort of street crew level, who are then sort of saying, all right, we're joining up with the Penguins umbrella organization.
Oh, you're
sorry.
so proud of yourself.
I got there. So you're getting some chatter about that, about coordinating those guys, like getting them stuff. Because, you know, the advantage to the crew is you link up with a large organization, you get stuff. Like, you know, if you need weapons, they'll get you weapons. If, you know, you want drugs, maybe maybe you get the drugs from your higher up organization. You might have material goods that are getting distributed. You guys have been seeing a lot of these black and white puffer jackets around that seem to mark gangs as being affiliated with the Penguin, and they are not inexpensive looking jackets. So that sort of thing. So a lot of these emails are about the sort of back and forth of coordinating this kind of stuff. And then there's like a little bit of chatter about what's going on the Joker's side. You don't get like a lot of sort of the top level kind of reasoning of it. You get a lot of like the boss is pissed at the Joker kind of talk. Like there's bad blood here. The mid-level and low-level guys seem to think that there's some sort of like revenge kind of thing going on here. They think it's just sort of like an escalating tit for tat. The Joker did our boss wrong, so our boss is striking back hard. Based on what you've seen like on the streets, that doesn't exactly jibe. So they're clearly missing some information, but you are able to kind of deduce all that from these emails back and forth. So the summary is, it seems like the Penguin instigated this, and Joker responded in kind. The Penguin escalated, and so on and so forth. And that's kind of how you got to the current situation. There is no mention of you guys whatsoever in any of these emails. There's no mention of a bounty. You are not on at least the low and mid-level Penguin guys' radar.
So, I would also thank you. That was lots of information.
You got a 6. You
Inspiration
get a lot of
for the
information.
DM.
You got a lot of information when you get a 6.
This leaves me with a couple of thoughts. Obviously, I share this like immediately with my compatriots. My first thought is, when are we getting our Batman jackets? Like our puffer Batman jackets.
You share that with the class, or are you just thinking that?
No, I do share that with the class.
Is
But,
Ed holding a pastry?
Yes, and also
Ollie
talking,
takes the pastry.
What the? I take another one out of the box and just take a bite out of it.
It's okay. I'd wear a Batman jacket if I could put this Mr. Yuck symbol on it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
that would be really cool.
Yeah, punk it
But-
up.
Yeah.
But more seriously, I do have two thoughts. One, I think maybe our inn here is like these mid-level guys. Like we go and we like talk to them. Maybe we pretend we're representative of another interested third party, and we don't say it's Batman. I don't know. Maybe we like try to get in with the little guys, you know, the people who make up the organization, instead of just walking in and trying to, like, you know, talk to Penguin. And second of all, this just has me wondering, is this something designed to draw Batman in?
What, and you
Like-
think he's like using us to test the waters or something?
Like, Penguin and Joker, they're not idiots. Are they trying to get Batman to step in? And I don't know. Like, it just seems like there's something missing, and I don't know what it is, and it's bothering me. Like, you know, Penguin's pissed at Joker, and I don't know. I don't know, but
Well, I'll say this. It's not a bad idea to get in with the middlemen. But what you just said makes me think, I mean, speaking from experience, a lot of these people join up because they need that supplies and they need the money, and they got better access to better weaponry, better defense details, all that shit. So what if we just cut off their supply lines? If Penguin can't get access to the guns, if Joker can't get access to any of his toxins and all that other shit, there's no war, right? I mean, they could brawl in the street if they want to, but if we got all the goods, or we get to the guys that are supplying the goods, and we do a better deal, or we just take them down, not gonna be a lot of chaos in the streets, yeah?
yeah, it's like Phantom Menace, where they form there's a blockade.
Jacky just is at first nodding with you, and then it's just like, what?
You know, there's a blockade. I think it's a good idea. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know who's doing the supplying, but there's always somebody that's handing off some of this stuff. I mean, Javi had a couple of guys.
Question is, if we can identify him and hit him, then we got to make sure it can't be traced back to us.
Well, that's why we got a hacker, right?
Ah, right.
No security cam footage,
Untraceable.
sort of a break-in, breakout situation. We don't have the funds to do a better deal, but maybe we can sabotage the ammo, sabotage the guns. I don't know. Go after what they want.
Yeah.
I think that's
Or we could just steal it.
Yeah.
We could just
sabotage,
steal it.
right?
steal it.
We could
Since
just
we're
steal
not
it.
getting paid.
Yeah. Oh, you mean we get to keep the goods and
Yeah.
show them ourselves? Oh yeah, that's.
I like that. I love being able to keep stuff.
Yeah.
This
stuff's
couldn't have
great.
any downsides or consequences. I think I like that.
You steal from the two biggest, or at least the two most dangerous right now, crime lords in this city. You better have a damn good place to put that stash.
Well, we're just gonna put
Well,
it
don't
here,
sell
right?
yourself short. This place is pretty big. I'm
you think
just
I'm
saying.
gonna hold on to it?
I think you can't find shit out here. Look at it. And she's like gesturing out past the garage to like the vast amounts of like piled up cars and other such nonsense.
What the hell are you talking about? I know where everything is out there.
Yeah,
oh,
but
good. Just because you know where it is doesn't
nobody
mean that
else
they're
will
gonna know
know.
what it is.
Exactly. We put it somewhere where we know what random car's trunk stuff's in the middle of all the other cars.
You
They
store
won't
it here,
know.
I better damn well get a cut.
Well, you are hosting us. It seems pretty rude not to give you a host gift, right?
Yeah, I agree. We'll give you a cut.
All right.
I mean, hell,
Now
what
we're
if
talking.
anyone that tried to like get in our way with all this? They're all a bunch of middlemen. What if we offered them cuts too? Instead of selling the ammo, they could just take it, and then everyone gets a piece of what the city has to offer. Instead of working for all the big guys, we can all just, you know,
Are you talking
commune,
about
whatever that shit is?
unionizing the henchmen?
Are we discussing
Listen,
redistributing the wealth?
I don't know how any of the political shit works, and I've tried, but I'm just saying, if Penguin and Joker don't have anyone that's going to work for them, there's no war either. And if we've got all the goods to distribute, well, then they have to listen to us.
So what if we distribute equally for everyone who decides to become a member? And,
yeah, exactly. Like if we get caught, we tell them what we're doing, and if like, what, do you not want this fancy like AK-47 that I have here? Take it, and you get to do whatever you want. But I don't think you're gonna want to go work for Penguin.
No,
You could just go rob the damn bank yourself.
exactly. And hey, we won't yell at you
So
for your clothing choices in the process.
y'all
Yeah,
are
exactly.
gonna
Yeah.
stop
Make
a
a
gang war and start a crime wave.
Technically speaking, we're trying to start a union.
We're unionizing.
A
We're
union for goons.
unionizing crime. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The
I
goon
like the
union.
sound
You
of
kids are
that.
The
wild.
Goonion.
And
TM,
you know what?
TM,
The
TM,
Goonion?
TM, not ours. Not ours.
Is the Goonion ours?
No.
Oh, that's right.
It's not ours. Thanks, Panda Red. We were just using your term.
Come up with another one.
Yeah.
The Henchman's Union's 69. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, honestly, I don't think a
1869.
union framework is the best way to do it either though. Strictly speaking, if we're trying to make this work for our plan, we don't want a union. What we want
A loose
is,
confederacy
democracy.
of anarchy.
well, what we want is more of a marketplace.
Sort of a non-distributed anarchist collective. In
Yeah,
which
like,
people
you
are
know, an
loosely
anarchy of crime.
associated. Yeah.
Like a black market.
Like whatever. I don't know.
We
just-
just need to make a criminal Facebook, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Crime book.
Crime
There you
book.
go. Oh, dial a henchman.
Style henchman.
You put in the parameters for what you're looking for, and we'll hook you up with the right jobs. You're not stuck under one boss. You know, if the working parameters suck,
Yeah,
you
make
don't have
that-
to take
you will
the
make-
contracts.
Make
We're
the
back to
bosses
union.
compete for
Ah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know what? That's fucking right. I mean, okay, Joker's his own thing.
There's
but
a
I don't
labor
see-
shortage.
I don't see Penguin like got in his own casino, right?
No, I don't.
You know, I was gonna say like I don't see these villains, you know, breaking it, but I mean, you know, they do sometimes, you know.
Some
go
of
on the
them
front
do.
lines. Some of them do, and but they're also horrible, and they like, you know, I've talked to some guys, you know, like, you know, they treat their henchmen just as bad as they treat everybody else, you know, and it's like it's fear.
Well,
and
I mean,
It's
I don't
not-
know why anyone works for the Joker, to be honest. Do you know how many deaths I used to hear about, like on the daily? And these are people he was paying.
it's I keep
Doesn't he
hearing this
kill
term.
like half of them?
Half
Yeah.
of it just for fun.
Yeah, I keep hearing this term on I think like TikTok. It's gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, and I think I think that's what the Joker does.
Hey,
Well-
the Joker's a real girl boss. When I think girl boss,
Guys, we can't
Yeah.
girl boss our way out of this one.
Listen, all
I
we
believe
need
we
is
have
for the
Joker
Joker.
too close to the girl boss.
I was gonna say we just need Joker to girl boss too close to the sun, and it'll all be all right. But I was also gonna say one of the other reasons why we need this marketplace full of the supply and demand is like listen, I think we could get some sidekicks involved because clearly working for the Batman is not that much better than working for Penguin. We don't get paid. You just get threatened to go to jail
I'll tell
if you don't listen. Like,
You
come
want
on.
you can call Robin all you want to. I'm not going to go anywhere near that psychopathic child.
No, I mean, yeah, a psychopathic child raised by the Batman. Do you think that traumatized him a bunch? Because I sure do. Maybe if he
Yeah,
had-
sure,
what the
but
fuck
I
is
mean-
the deal with that? Does nobody say anything about the fact that the dude just has like kids running around in brightly colored targets?
I was a kid running around with guns. No one said anything.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like you're not the Batman.
Now,
Anyway,
come on. I let
Well,
kids
I
run
mean, this
around
city
here
just
all
does-
the time.
This city's got a bunch of kids running around with knives, bows and arrows, and
Yeah.
guns. Nobody says anything.
Let's give them a place to get paid for their talents.
You want us to hire an army of children? This
No,
has
we're
gone
just-
far around the bend.
We're just facilitating the hirers.
Look, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
It's
I'm
like
just
a
saying-
Boys and Girls Club.
If somebody had come talk to me when I was 15 and learned the ropes, I would have appreciated it.
So it's like 4-H, but with more crime.
I think that's the second wave of what we're trying to do. Let's focus on the
So
alpha testing.
we're stealing the weapons from Joker and Penguin.
Yeah.
That's it. We're gonna just take the stuff and be like, can't have a war now. We've got your things. Except not us telling them that we have the things, which would defeat the purpose.
We'll make a faceless internet person tell them that.
Yeah, and then we'll just slowly start distributing it out to our crime anarchy syndicate.
Yeah.
And then we also can't tell Batman that that's how we stopped everything.
I think honestly, Batman would be in favor. Anarchy is probably
In
easier
favor?
for him to crush. Batman breaks the law all the freaking time. Okay,
That's true.
he breaks the law all the time.
Listen.
Batman is a criminal. He's a criminal. He's just a criminal that like has. I'm sorry, volume control. He's a criminal. He just, is maybe like a little more moral than the rest of them.
He's
right?
not more than the rest of them. Listen, you're not gonna hear me defend him.
I think, I think Batman's priority is like the Joker. I think we have something going here. These ideas, they're so hot.
And besides, what is he like? He mostly just bags and tags people like us. You just heard him. He's gonna throw us back into Arkham. He doesn't care if we can't get the job done. Then he'll do it himself.
Well, why
And all
doesn't
it's gonna
he just
result
do it
in is a lot
himself
of-
right now?
It's gonna be a lot of people in Blackgate. Maybe he's hoping that
That's what we
Find a
asked him to
solution.
start out. We're like, why us?
we can make him regret it.
Does he have like a call, like so we can ask him like if
I
I,
mean,
just lean out
Yeah,
the window?
sneak
and
up
go,
onto the
"Batman!"
GCPD building and then go light that little signal that puts the bat up in the sky, and then talk to him.
That's true.
Oh,
I
like
mean,
the
he could-
GCPD is in a fucking mob.
Mm.
I mean, they are.
They are. They're just
I know
another
a lot
gang.
of them.
But here's the thing. Batman is probably just like, I don't know what he's got that's more important on his social calendar than setting this thing to
Do we
rights.
want to steal the guns or do we want to spy on Batman? Or can we do both?
No. Ooh, I think guns. I just really want Batman to forget he knows me. It's really all I want.
It's weird
Listen,
that he doesn't want to do this
you
himself,
kids
though, right?
have come
What
up
if he
with a
is doing
lot of
something else?
wild plans while we've been talking here, but the end of the day, you got to start with step one. So what
Steal
are you
the
gonna
guns.
do?
Steal some guns.
Let's
Steal
Case,
some guns.
let's
Steal the
figure out
guns.
how to steal some guns.
Right.
And then we change the fucking city. Just like that.
Yeah.
We unionize
We're gonna
these
change the world. We're
fuckers.
gonna change Gotham. We're gonna make it better.
Hell
No one's
yeah.
ever
Like
said- no
Jacky
one's ever
comes up
said-
for like the high five. She's
No
like
one's ever-
actually pumped by that.
Ed is too. No one's ever said that before.
Hey, Ed, you think you want to run for office someday?
No,
Uh,
no one here do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying. You sound pretty pumped to do some good.
Listen, I like you all too much to see you go do that.
I think power corrupts. So
I think the city will try to kill you before you can get corrupted.
That's a bigger one because I mean,
Jackie's staring wide-eyed like at your shirt right now. Just like maybe there's some unresolved trauma about that.
Would not know what it be.
Javi's problem was that he went too big, too fast, right? You know, he attracted too much attention. We gotta go for the little guys.
We should go steal the guns now. That's what I think we should do. Jackie is gonna
let's do some recon to figure out where the guns are, how we're gonna take them. Let's come up with a plan.
Yep.
And let's go
My arm's still
past
broken
this
too.
bitch.
In case anybody, we all forgot about that. I can drive.
Doesn't your vegetable lady have like magic healing powers?
Yeah, doesn't this system have any spell casting?
Can we set your arm?
Shouldn't you like call your lady and see what she could do with like magical vine braces? I don't know. She always does some cool stuff.
Ed is redialing Poison Ivy's number.
She's
Is that
nice.
obvious?
Maybe she could even like help us we could run this plan by her too. She might like it.
Okay, do
I
you
like
actually want
Ivy.
to try to talk to Poison Ivy? Give me a
Ollie
fortune roll.
Ollie is slamming some coffee.
Sorry, it can't just be me we pick on.
Which stat am I using?
I think this is just a straight 1d6.
Why not? I like picking on you.
Oh, hang on.
Turnabout is
Roll
fair
off my
play.
desk. Hang on.
You're not wrong, but fuck you.
Ew.
2. Yeah. You it rings for a bit. She's not picking up. Might be a little too
Hey,
early.
Can I leave a
David,
voicemail?
what does her voicemail sound like?
Oh gosh. What does her voicemail sound like?
Tell me a story.
Paint a picture.
Paint a word picture, David.
Oh.
I think it's very short and to the point, and also, you know, she is a notable wanted criminal, so she's not necessarily going to announce herself explicitly. I think it's you probably get you know who this is. Leave a message. Beep.
Did she do the beep herself and then there's an actual beep?
Beep.
Hello, Lady Ivy.
The cat's getting grumpy in the
Sorry.
background.
That's
It's breakfast
the
time.
cat. I know you probably don't remember me, but I'm friends with we have a common friend, wears sunglasses, green eyes, good at driving. And he's they're pretty hurt right now. And they're a little too proud to ask you
Beep.
for help.
You ran out of time.
Oh, you got the important stuff in there.
This happens
Yeah.
to me in real life, shockingly, all the time.
Upon hearing that call, Manny is going to text Harley and say, "Hey, babe, Ollie broke their arm. Doctor? Question mark. Like if there's a medic she can recommend, you know."
You get a text back very quickly. Not that kind of doctor, babe. Winky face, kissy face, pill.
Yeah. Oh, but I love when you play medic. It's okay. Anyone else you recommend?
You know you don't have to narrate your text out loud, right?
Why? I mean, I need to show you what a healthy love life looks like.
She's
right?
doing voice
We got
to
any
text, obviously.
whiskey for this coffee? I just realized that's how I take my coffee.
Ed hands over a bottle of Jameson Black
Holy
Barrel, and
shit.
he's like half done with it.
God, Ed.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
What?
Yeah, Matty, give you a fortune roll.
Yay!
I think this is also just a straight 1d6. We'll see.
Ooh,
6. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, Harley texts back. I think I know somebody. Hold tight. And that's it for right now.
All right. Well, Harley's asking around, I'm assuming. So if Olly's friend doesn't come through, we can hopefully at least get you a doctor to set that arm, get you a sling, get you decked out.
It's gonna be fine. I'm just saying I'm not about to be doing any parkour or
It's
anything.
okay. I got you for that. Well, I mean, I probably shouldn't do parkour with this arm, but
We probably shouldn't do anything that we're about to do. That's not going to stop us.
That's true. It's true. Also, Olly, if you get a cast, I got dibs on first artwork. Thanks.
Okay, so we got a quarter of a plan. That's better than most of our things.
Let's find out where the guns are, who has them, and when we need to steal them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ed can hack into some systems, right? We can figure some shit out.
I got. Yeah, I got it.
Ed looks very confident, and we will cut on that. So, y'all have eaten your breakfast. You head off to get ready for the day, and your plan, which is to cut the gang war off at the source by finding out just where it is, that the Penguin and or the Joker keep the supplies that they are feeding to the various people actually on the street conducting the gang war. I believe we did not clear stress last time. I think we did all of our other downtime actions. Make sure like your equipment is refreshed if you haven't done that. Everybody did recuperate, though it seems like we may have another point coming in for Olly if one of these comes through. I'm actually going to you got a 6 on that, so I'm just gonna sort of top level narrate. A doctor shows up at the yard in a pretty nondescript car. This is clearly somebody who Harley happens to know, who is like doing her a favor or something, who is in their off hours. Like they have their medical bag and some supplies, but they are like not in a coat. They don't have any identification. There's nothing to suggest who they are, and I think they probably specifically don't give much in the way of personal information. But if you want to pay 1 funds, they will allow you to take another box down in your severity track, in your harm
That would
severity
put me
track.
back at full health.
I think that's worth it.
We should
I think
do
it's worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. All right. So we'll say you spend funds. And Olly, you are back to normal. Narratively, your arm, is. I don't think that they put on like a full cast or anything like that. I think no, it was broken though.
I think it's one of the. Is it one of those
It's
cool?
probably
like,
one of those like
skeletal casts?
Yeah, I was gonna say one of those like rigid plastic things with the Velcro, right? So you have that on, and your arm is in a sling, and they tell you you gotta rest it until it really fully heals. The way this is gonna work mechanically is if you push too hard, you have a bad roll, something happens. One of the consequences of that will be like the arm gets re-injured, and you're going to be back to like a pretty high injured status with that arm. But mechanically, you are now able to function at normal. So, with that, I want to get a quick snapshot of what everybody's doing to blow off some stress this morning before you head out and put this plan into action. Anybody who wants to go first?
I mean, I already said the Jameson.
Yeah, great. So that works for Ed totally. Let's have a fortune roll.
Oh, holy shit! No joke. That was a 1.
Oh,
Yikes. Okay, that's bad. I'm gonna give Ed I'm gonna give Ed some harm. So yeah, we're just talking about you're gonna have 1 severity level of harm going into the next job. Because
I have a bad hangover.
you hit the bottle early, and you're buzzed, to put it politely. Ed's gonna be a little sloppy. So how about Jacky?
would you believe it? I didn't get any stress from our beginning adventure there.
Okay.
But I definitely feel like she is more stressed, just narratively speaking, having walked into whatever weird Harvey Dent thing y'all were pulling this morning. She wasn't thinking about him. Now she is. Good job.
Yeah, a bit of a fun morning for Jacky. All right, Manny.
Manny is doing one of her new favorite downtime activities, which is hanging kind of upside down off the couch and watching video essays on YouTube
Hell yeah.
or GothTube on her phone.
Great. What video essay are you watching? What's the subject
I think
of
she's
this one?
probably fallen into a deep dive on the rise and fall of Nightwing.
Interesting. Okay, so somebody has sort of like cobbled together, a bunch of like news footage and like amateur phone videos, and there aren't like a ton.
Oh, it's mostly theorizing. It's like classic video essay style. Most of it is talking head.
But it's it's a lot of talking to the camera, and then when they cut to a clip, they're like cutting to like maybe 5 clips over and over again, because that's kind of all they have, really. Not that Nightwing is particularly mysterious or unknown, but there's not like a ton of footage of really any of the Bat family out there. There's some. There's
crappy cell phone camera recordings, I'm sure.
Right. There's like an okay amount, but not a lot. Not a lot. And it's definitely a lot of speculation. I think I'm gonna say at this point in the timeline, like Nightwing like showed up a couple of years ago and then kind of vanished off the scene.
So is this like post injury? Is he not in town anymore?
I mean, you don't know.
I'm saying out of character.
Yeah, out of character, probably yes.
Okay.
In character, it's just sort of like this whole video essay is speculation about where did this person come from? Where did they go?
He go?
What's the relationship to, like, there's clearly some relationship to Batman. And it's just a lot of speculation about it's a lot of speculation about this person. This is, I think, a bit of a like it's like the Gotham universe's version of like a true crime like YouTube video essay channel, but it's all about the vigilantes rather than the criminals. And they're sort of like, okay, what's all the information that we can possibly piece together about this person to try to figure out who and what they are. Nobody's cracked anything yet, but this is definitely a popular
I love it.
pastime.
I love it. I mean, it makes sense. You've got like these like proto celebrities running around. Like somebody is gonna have a "Leave Nightwing Alone" tier video out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. Give me a fortune roll. Let's see if this somehow gets you into trouble. I can't imagine how, but I'll figure something out.
5.
5. Okay. Mixed success. Or sort of partial hit. Let's say with like a weak or mixed success. I don't know. Does anybody have any suggestions? What's interesting here?
The cat is really going at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just 4-stroke in the background.
4-stroke.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say that here's my weird idea. They save one unique clip which they do not show until the very end, and Manny, in that clip you recognize somebody in the background. Who is it?
Is it Nightwing? Let's see. What if it is Jacky's sister?
It's very interesting. Okay. So
Does everybody go to the Bad Patch?
we will add that to the pile.
It helps.
Thank you for helping.
I helps create chaos.
You're like a child,
An
with
agent
permanent
of
markers
disaster.
scribbling on the wall, screaming, "I help!"
My actual blood pressure just shot up.
To be fair, that's what the words "vegetable lady" did to my. Like, I
You're
thought I
welcome.
was gonna get a nosebleed.
Can you imagine if Ed said vegetable lady like in the voicemail? Hey, vegetable lady,
Oh my god.
signing his own death warrant.
We would
No,
immediately
honestly,
break your phone.
she would
Ivy
probably-
likes us.
She would probably think that that's adorable. Ollie and Hopper would just immediately start bleeding from the nose and eyes.
Cool. Yeah, so I think there's a clip at the end where they have like a pretty well lit shot of Nightwing just like turning his head, and he happens to be standing on the street directly in front of the Bad Batch, Jacky's sister's bakery, and you spot Miri in the window behind.
Yep.
So that's interesting. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out. And last up, Olly. What are you doing to blow off some steam?
Melding.
Yeah. Cool. Because my very specific proposal was that, you know, after the doctor pulls away, and you know you're like checking your arm over, Scraps comes up immediately and is like, all right, well, if your arm is fixed, that means you can help me with the damn car. Come on.
Yeah.
And ushers you over to the to Betty Green to continue working on the car. you get you're doing a little bit of welding. There's like some you definitely like the axle, one of the axles got a little beat up there when you jumped the fucking gulch like the General Lee. Most of the damage on the car actually is cosmetic, for lack of a better term. We're talking about it's mostly body work that after Scraps made like a thorough inspection of the undercarriage, right? It's mostly body work that's left to kind of fix up. It's bullet holes and dings and paint scratches. The back window is spidered out.
You got that going grocery shopping on,
Yeah,
it's Gotham.
Yeah. So Scraps is kind of like ribbing, lecturing you a little bit, like, damn lucky you brought this car back in one piece, kid. Yeah, she's a tank. You got lucky. And I'm not talking about the fact that no bullets hit you. I'm talking about the fact that you brought her back in one piece and I didn't have to whoop your ass.
You know what? I'm not even going to argue that. You're not wrong.
Yeah, well,
I'm just she kept us alive, and that's what counts, right?
Yep. That's what I'd say.
Well,
give me a roll. Give me a fortune roll.
I really need to get rid of some stress. That's a 5.
Cool. Mixed success. Cool. I mean, you get rid of stress no matter what. Like, everybody clears all of their stress here.
Oh, okay.
If this is just the consequences of that. So, weak or mixed success? Yeah, I mean, Scraps isn't gonna go too hard on you, I don't think. You're welding this. You come out. You flip up your welding mask or take off your welding goggles, whatever you got. And,
just sunglasses.
Oh my God, Olly. Great.
What?
So
it looks like there's OSHA. You see OSHA around here? I don't see OSHA around here.
So you don't take off anything. You just stop welding.
Well, no, it takes off one pair of sunglasses.
Yes,
to
the
reveal
second pair
another pair of sunglasses.
Of course.
I hate that I've actually seen someone do that IRL.
Yeah. And Scraps puts a hand on your shoulder. She'll take care of you. You take care of her. And that goes for more than just cars. You know what I'm saying?
Taking care of your friends is very important, and mutually assured communities, something. You got to take care of the people you care about. I hear you.
You and those kids are getting into a mess of trouble. Big one.
Yeah, well, you saw. They weren't exactly given an option,
You're gonna have to lean on each other for this. Can't go rogue. Can't go charging off and making decisions that are too reckless when you got people depending on you. You're about to make some powerful people powerfully pissed. You understand?
Yeah. I can't just outrun this one, huh? Is that the point?
Bingo. Now you're using your noggin, kid.
God, I hate giving a shit about people. I don't know how you did it.
Yeah. Fucking sucks.
Ugh, friends. Gross.
Well, when you get old like me, you collect too many people. care about too many people. But you can't help it. It'll happen to you.
No, I'll die first. But, you know, on the off chance I don't, I'll take that under advisement, old man.
Hey, didn't you say that you couldn't leave me all alone? Huh? A poor defenseless old man?
You don't get to use my own trash talk to guilt trip me. That's cheating.
Hey, I'm just saying. Just think about it. Just keep it in the back of your head, kid.
What, you alone in this yard, being all weird and gardeny until you become one with the garden?
Yeah,
Because you fell over and you couldn't get up?
Just sort of puttering around sadly and, crying into my lap and missing my kid terribly. You think about that when you're out there, huh? And he sort of jabs you in the chest with, he's got, like, he's been, repainting the car. He jabs you in the chest with, like, the, what the hell is the airbrush thing that he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, the detailer.
Yeah.
And hey,
Fuck.
speaking of people you care about, when the hell are you gonna tell that plant lady how you feel about her, huh?
Never.
Yeah, all right, kid. Good luck. And
That
he wheels off. He's just razzing you.
Fucking surrounded by fucking clowns. We ain't even got the jokers yet.
And with that, we're gonna cut to a break. That's as good an ending line as any, I should say. When we left off, y'all had decided to, in order to fulfill the Batman's very polite and extremely optional request to go in and stop the ongoing gang war between the Penguin and the Joker, you had decided that the best way to do that was to cut off all of their weapons and supplies at the source. So, how are you putting this plan into motion? What is step one?
Redistribute the guns.
We've got to find the guns.
That's step 5 at least.
We got to find who's supplying the Joker and who's supplying the Penguin. If they're different people.
Cool. So you are on the hunt for whatever arms dealer is moving weapons. It is moving weapons to Joker and the Penguin, which they in turn are moving down the lines to their guys on the street.
I have a skill that could maybe get us started for like who to hack or like where to direct our attentions. I have something called social tracking. When you need to find a person or a way to access an area, you know exactly who to talk to. I'm going to interpret that as like probably Jacky in her line of being a hit woman for many years probably knows a decent number of weapons dealers in the city and the surrounding area.
Absolutely.
She has no idea who is supplying this specifically right now, but maybe somebody might tell her more information.
Cool.
Question mark?
Yeah. So let's have you make a fortune roll.
Sweet.
To see how much information you can get. I will give this to you with... I don't think it actually makes a difference to you. No, I will let you use, depending on how you want to frame it, command or sway for the fortune.
Oh, I'd love
here.
sway, just because I have 1 pip in sway.
Okay, so you're rolling 1 for...
Okay, better than the negative.
Roll here.
3.
3. Okay, so that is going to be a...
It's a failure.
All right. So, yeah. Here's the thing, Jacky. You know, you have some people that you have in mind. You have no idea how to get in touch with them. You got rid of your phone.
Yeah, I did. I got a new one that I'm slowly but surely putting contacts on. But...
Yeah. So, yeah, the best you could do would be to try to hunt them down out in the world. But as for looking them up and giving them a call, you unfortunately no longer have that option.
Yep. Oh well. Guess we do this the hard way.
All right.
Can we
Yeah.
I was like, can we hit up our friend at Gothlex?
The barista?
Listen, everybody needs coffee.
Who surely knows every arms dealer in the city?
I don't know. I'm just...
Could also ask.
I don't know. That I feel like there's something to that. I mean,
Oh
my
my God.
mom like goes to Starbucks a lot, and like multiple Starbucks, like the people who work there like know her name and know her order and like ask her how her kids are doing. So I feel like, I mean, it's possible my mom has a Starbucks problem, but
Does she
I
have
feel like-
an illegal arms trading problem though? Because
I
that's where you got to
cannot
go with
comment
this one.
on that. Unfortunately,
Smart.
I can't comment.
Probably
on that.
wise.
Yeah.
Smart.
So, but I don't know. Maybe those, arms dealers have like really crappily cleaned cars and they just leave, I don't know, like AK-47s and shotguns just hanging out in the front seat, right? That's what arms dealers do.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Maybe
at this
not in
point,
other places, but in Gotham, I don't think they like care.
it's worth a shot.
I mean, a trunk full of guns is not an impossibility.
There's a
We've all
lot of
definitely
trunks
seen
full
it.
of guns in Gotham City.
We've all seen it.
We've all seen it.
Yeah.
It's in my not too long backstory I wrote for David. That was just a whole novel chapter. I in fact brought up the fact that people will arrogantly leave cars full of guns around. And how are you supposed to know you weren't supposed to steal said car?
Right.
Mhm. Well, I feel like if there's like a Gotham bingo sheet, like guns,
Which there is.
guns and cars is like the free space. Like the one that's hard to get is the dead body in trunk.
Is that really that hard?
Is it?
It's not that hard, but it's a bona fide bingo
Is
square.
there a bingo square for like what kind of dead body? Like one that clearly the Joker did versus one that Scarecrow did versus one that Freeze did? Like are all those different? Like you
That's
found
a-
like a
that's a
frozen
whole bingo
body
game.
versus yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sub bingo. Ooh, what if you made a bingo game where once you filled up a square, you got to fill up a square on the main Gotham bingo thing?
Shit.
Also, our combined ADHD is
Bingo
something tonight.
session.
Off the charts.
Tonight,
Truly incredible.
we have been.
It's
What is
So-
on
what are
top?
rails? What
Don't
are
know
rails?
her.
I've never heard of them.
We're doing a
Um,
great job.
Speaking of rails, though,
Yes.
we do have a favored contact, Ted Kostopoulos.
Mhm.
Is it
And
possible?
you know Ted trades guns because you
Yep.
bought guns
Yes.
from Ted before.
I did buy a nice one. Yeah.
And you also mentioned that those black and white puffer jackets were
Mhm.
not cheap. And I'm wondering if perhaps some goons would pawn those off.
That is certainly a possibility. Yeah. So yeah, you can certainly go talk to Ted to start your investigation. I will also add, Ed, you still have all the login information for that guy's email. Like that didn't go
Oh.
away.
Well then,
So that's also an avenue that is open to you.
well, what do you guys think? Do we want to? If we go to Ted, we're gonna have to give something to get something.
Yeah, you do already owe Ted. You
shit.
do have an outstanding favor that you owe Ted.
We are kind of busy right now, so if he tries to catch,
Maybe we just try to hack into some more of the lower level people, get in on what the supply conversations are between all of the phone chatter. Somebody's got to be putting in the orders for this stuff. Like somebody's arranging a pickup detail.
No, I think you're right. Can I, do the hacking?
Yeah.
I'm in.
I don't feel like this is. Well, give me a new fortune roll with your tinker. This isn't really a new hack, as you already have this access. This is about, again, the quality of information that you're going to be able to get here.
I got a 4, and a 6.
6, amazing. I
never rolled this good. This is great.
Keep it coming.
A 6 will give you a name, and I'm going to say, again, Jacky, in spite of the fact that you didn't hit that fortune roll, you still have that ability where you do know people.
Oh, like I know the names.
You know the names, so you recognize the name that is in this. There's an email that says, like, we got to pick the stuff up, at this time, at this location, from so and so. It's a pseudonym, obviously. Who is it?
A pseudonym.
Yeah.
I think
you know who's behind the pseudonym. So either you have met this person, and you only know them as the pseudonym, or you actually do know who they are.
I think the pseudonym is high stakes because it's something that could be used so vaguely in a sentence without tripping anybody up who might, be hacking into email communication.
Yep. Okay, so high stakes is an arms dealer who you are familiar with. You have previously purchased you've previously purchased guns off this person. Good
Probably for Harvey.
Good ones with the serial numbers filed off.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And do you know this person's actual identity, or do you just know them as high stakes?
I'm gonna call him. God damn it. Names. Thanks for that.
Ferdinand.
You can say no. You can say you don't know their actual name.
Do what I do and think of Ed, and then put letters in front of it until you get a name that's reasonable.
Incredible. Freddie.
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Right.
Yeah, I like Freddie, and I'll come up with a last name later.
Okay.
Now you know how I behave in my actual professional job, where I'm like, yeah, name, put it down.
Freddie, high stakes.
Mm-hmm.
Jabrowski.
Jabrowski.
I'm writing it down because
as played by Henry Zabrowski.
I don't know who that is.
Last podcast on the left fame.
Okay. So
Jacky probably does call him Steaks, though.
Yeah. Cool. And oh Jesus, I mean, it's Gotham City. He has a light vampire theme.
Yes.
He's kind of a goth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it here.
He's like a goth arms dealer. Great.
Well, yeah, he is a goth arms dealer.
Yeah. A goth arms dealer.
Sorry.
We can't do this. Not like this.
Crimeanism. Goth arms dealer.
Oh, crimeanism now.
I have to go pick up one of my kids from dance practice.
You're like, oh, look at my wrist. I have to go.
All right, cool. So, Ed, you come across an email that happens to mention high stakes, a time, and a drop point. it seems like this is the person who has been running guns to at least the Penguin side of things. And if you share that information with the group, Jacky, you recognize that name.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, I know him, but I imagine like a lot of the higher up hench folks probably know Stakes. Listen, I got supplies for Falcone from him. I got supplies for Javi from him. People know him. I mean, he'd know me. We could maybe arrange a meeting, even talk to him. We don't... If that doesn't work, we could always then rob him. How do you want to approach it?
We gotta go in. This guy seems smart. He seems like he bets on the winning team. You know, we gotta go in. If we're gonna negotiate, you know, we gotta go in with some sort of show of power.
Which we have in abundance.
Yes, we do.
Listen, I don't have any like secret love for the guy. I'm fine just robbing him blind.
Is there any reason to let him know that we're the ones that are robbing him blind?
Only if you want to be nice.
I mean, wouldn't that just blow back and lead to everybody knowing who has all the guns?
Yeah, then they have to come for us with the guns.
But then they're going to be coming for us with the guns.
Yeah, let's just keep this anonymous.
So we just take them. All right.
Yeah, I think that's a better way to do it.
Smash and grab.
I'll defer to the expert thief.
We're gonna. How many guns do we know? What level of merchandise are we moving here?
You've no clue about this.
We're gonna find out when we get there. It's gonna be like a mystery grab bag.
Shit. Where's there?
I would know where his usual like drop-off points were, wouldn't I? But would I know where like his actual base of operations are?
You do not.
Or yeah, I didn't think so.
What you know are the points at which the places where you've met him and where you've like done handoffs. So you know there's like a couple of spots around town that you've met him previously. You don't know like where he stashes his stuff.
We're gonna have to tail him.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to tail him to wherever he's gonna meet for this drop off in the email that you found, and just follow him back.
Yeah, Mattie, what did you have?
I honestly can't remember. I'm so sorry.
Can we hack him and find out where he's at before he goes to the drop off?
Could certainly try.
That way we rip him off before there's no tailing. We just find out where he is, find out where he goes, and then he shows up to a drop off with some guns, and we take everything else.
So we ambush him instead of...
No, don't even ambush him.
What?
He takes the guns, right? He's not taking all of his merchandise, as I slowly sink below the screen. He's going to take some of the merchandise, but not all of it, to this drop-off, right? We go after everything he's got. Everything else. So that means, yeah, he makes one drop-off, but that's not only going to keep him going for so long. Especially with how hot this has been going, they're going to burn through those in no time, and then that's one supplier with all of his stuff gone. I mean, if we really wanted to be thorough about this, we'd kill him too. But
if you want me to, I will. I don't care.
I think you see like he's like starting to freak out a little bit. Like I think the idea of this like, I guess, obviously violent, like, ambush situation, and he's just kind of almost a little overwhelmed, and he's, like, nodding, he's saying, like, yeah, but he's, like, starting to sweat a little bit, and he's like, I'll just I'll just hack the guy.
You okay,
And-
Ed?
Yeah.
It'll be all right. We got
Yeah,
this.
it's just an easy smash and grab, and I'll be right there. If he causes us any problems, bang, no more
Right.
problems.
Right. And I mean,
And I'll come hide somewhere where they can't see me. I can get the drop on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
right. I mean, we get there ahead of time, and you guys can hide, and you'll be safe.
It's gonna go like it always goes, but we've gotten out of worse things.
Right.
True.
Right. I mean, you did almost, die that last time.
But am I dead? No.
Not yet. No. Right. I'm sorry. I don't know what's come over me. I just
Ed, what's going through your head right now? What is the worst case scenario that Ed is imagining here?
I think the worst case scenario that Ed is imagining is I think it's on him. Like, Ed has failed so much in his life. His kid, or he sees himself as failing, his kids, his exes, and he's like, we get caught, like, this doesn't go, like, we're trying to be anonymous. I'm used to handling the hacking side, and what if this doesn't go smoothly? And he's like paranoid. He's in his head, like, what if we get caught? What if we get followed? Like, and he just, I think, like, he's been having these nightmares. He keeps seeing his friends, just like these people that he really cares about, like, either dead or ruined. And I think the worst case scenario is we get caught and everybody knows we have the guns and they all, come for us.
And what is it that you do to center yourself a bit and try to get yourself kind of away from that image of, God knows who, the Joker, the Penguin, at the same time busting in to this little safe space that you've carved out and taking everybody out? What is it that you do to pull back from that and bring yourself back into the present?
I think Ed just focuses on what the next, putting one foot in front of the other. Like, who am I going after? What am I doing? Like, even if he has to break it down into micro steps, taking out my phone, taking out my laptop, taking out my PDA. And I think, I don't know, is our crew, like, physically affectionate?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Be Jacky probably isn't, but Jacky will allow it from you guys.
Jacky's a cat.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, when the
Jacky's got
cat is
some
in a good
issues.
mood, we say that he is accepting pets at this time.
Jacky doesn't know how to respond.
Jacky is accepting hugs at this time.
Manny is physically affectionate.
I think Ed just kind of like, he like puts out his hand and it's like palm up, kind of like he's like asking for somebody to take it, and he's like, I trust you guys with my life. I've always been kind of behind the scenes, and this stuff I've been doing with you guys, it feels out of my wheelhouse, and I don't want to be the weakest link, and I'm sorry for...
You're not. You never have been.
Manny takes that a hand and definitely gives it a squeeze and like puts it between her own and says, Ed, you know, we trust you with our lives too. At least I do. I wouldn't be here if I didn't trust you, and you've put yourself through a lot for the rest of us. And you have the most to lose with your kids. We do see that.
I think you all have a lot more to lose than you realize, but
No, that ain't true, Ed. We no matter what happens, you're gonna get out of this just fine. I promise you that.
But also
worried about you guys.
I'm perfectly aware of what I have to lose. I'm just saying that you still have more, just numbers wise.
Yeah, Manny's right.
Okay. You know, the 3 ex-wives, the 5 kids, like it's not.
I'm just saying. I just got the one, and I love her, and I plan on going back to her. But I'm saying, like, you know, we love you, Ed.
I love you guys too. And I just would hate to see something happening to y'all, and just tell me who the hack, and tell me, you know, who to broadcast Frozen 2, you know, at, and I got it for you.
You know, if anybody hurts you, Ed, we're gonna make it rain fire, right?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna kill him.
I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you guys. Come on.
We'll be fine.
okay.
We'll be fine.
We'll
be fine.
If anybody hurts these 2 chuckleheads, I'll hit them anyway. Like, we'll all take care of each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. You know what? I don't even know what I'm freaking out about. We got this.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
We can't be beating each other up yet. We haven't even started.
Who am I hacking again? Freddie Mac?
Fannie Mae.
Shoot, you already did it while you were talking.
It goes by our stakes, but
all right. Yeah, with that, Ed, give me a tinker roll. Or a fortune roll with your tinker rating.
I swear to God, I will. It is another 6. I swear to God, a 1 and 1 and a 6. I swear to God.
All right, you're doing great.
Where are me?
This is insane. I will show you.
Take a Snapchat of it, Ed.
Ed's gonna
make a
hack
vine of it.
I'm in.
Vine it on your Zune.
oh god.
All right, so, yeah, with that, I think you are able to. I mean, it's a 6. You can do whatever the hell you want. You're able to suss out you're able to suss out High Stakes' phone, and I think you can get location data from it, and location history data via like cell towers. Like this guy is not an idiot. He doesn't have like location services on his phone. You know, you can't just like pull the Google Maps log or anything, but you are able to pull the log.
We're triangulating.
Yeah, you are able to pull the log of like cell towers that his phone went past. And, you know, this is not like a phone that he's had for very long. He's trading burners around, but it's long enough. I think maybe he got a little sloppy and he held on to this particular burner long
The
enough
newest iPhone.
that there's like a couple of repeat cell towers, and you can kind of figure out within a general range like where he has been recently, and if you were to plot these on a map, I think Jacky would recognize, like, oh, okay, within this radius, that's one of his spots. And so let's say you find, like, again, this phone isn't that old, but it's got a couple of spots on it. Let's say you find like 2 definite repeat spots where it seems that he's been in the past couple of weeks. Jacky, when Ed brings up this information, what are the 2 spots that you recognize?
Oh my god. I'm just thinking. One is in an abandoned old sports warehouse that has been sitting like for rent for 5 million years. No one's taken it. There's another one, right?
2.
The other one that I remember? Okay.
Okay, and you said it's like a sporting equipment warehouse?
It used to be a sporting good place. I think like the sign is still hanging off it. Just no one. It always has a perpetual like for lease sign that no one's ever taken.
Yep.
The other is, I'm gonna say it's like a place to get like tailored suits, and it's like there's a place in the back.
Cool.
Like it is like a fully operating place of business, and it is a total front.
Yep.
In the back, it's like very John Wick. You go in, you ask for a certain thing, they take you back there.
Awesome. All right. So, with that, you have 2 decidedly possible locations where it seems like High Stakes has been doing regular drop-offs recently. And it's a reasonably good guess that these are drop-off points that Penguin's guys are picking stuff up. What do you do?
Do you think we need to case both of them? Because what we really want is Stakes. Like, we want to see him get there, see where he's going, get back to his main stash. Yeah?
Yeah, and we know, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think
we need the main stash.
Exactly. Yeah. So we gotta figure out where he's gonna be so we can follow him.
Sounds like you're gonna stake out Stakes.
So we're gonna stake out Stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Outback?
I did that to myself. I realized that.
Gosh. What a month to quit drinking.
I'm over here thinking like
out back of his house.
Yeah.
We're gonna stake him out back.
Mm-hmm.
What a month! What a week!
I was thinking.
What a week to quit sniffing glue.
I'm over here thinking, oh, that's a cool name. That'll work. That's a cool name. Not thinking, how can they use this against me?
And
I feel like that's
David, why it's good.
I feel like that's what David goes through every time he GMs for us.
This is turnabout.
Y'all chuckle fucks can take a small dose of your own medicine.
That's fair. Are we going to use our best guesstimate to figure out which one is which, or do we want to split the party?
That is up to you.
Question.
Yeah.
I don't want to flip a coin.
I will.
I feel like Ed says that.
Do you say that in character?
No, I feel like Ed has a good enough survival instinct.
I was gonna say, what about drones?
Wait,
what about?
Are we on a job?
Like, yo, Ed.
Could I mark off drones on my gear?
There's this really cool person I follow that does like tree, like big sequoia protection stuff, and they've got all this crazy drone footage. but like
Yeah,
it
I
moves
bought
fast.
a
it's
drone for
quiet.
my 6-year-old son for Christmas.
Is that what you're planning on using?
You could just hack into it.
I mean, maybe
He's
we
not
can
gonna
afford something a little bit better than a 6-year-old's drone. How nice of a drone did you get for your 6-year-old?
You know, it was only like a. Look, you know, he's not
Ed?
gonna use it. It was expensive, okay? I knew
Oh, it
he
was
was
for
gonna-
you, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, Daddy's little helper.
Anyway, his drone, it should be able to handle. I guess it can. Do we want to? We could have it scout out, or we could have it tail one, and we could tail the other.
I think
that's-
that latter one makes the most sense.
So we still have to. I don't know. Flip a coin.
What do you want?
What do we think? High stakes? I don't know. I'm thinking high stakes. Steaks makes me think of beef tips. Beef tips makes me think of tails. So I think it's tails.
For which area? The sporting goods place or the suit place?
Oh,
Sporting goods.
I was thinking, yeah, the sporting goods. Tails.
I mean, you do have tails on suits though, too.
Y'all are
Tails.
ridiculous.
Cowboys, yeah, sporting goods. Dicks, sporting, tails.
My God. Somebody give Ed a shovel so you can keep digging.
I will remind you that
Why don't you
Ed
keep
has
going?
severity 1 harm because
Yeah.
he has drunk an entire bottle of Jameson by himself.
Sporting goods is tails. I heard you loud and clear. Here we go. Oh, let me try a better job than that. That's better. Heads. I'm gonna check out
Suits
the suit
me.
place. I hate all of you. I want to take back anything nice I said earlier.
Nope. You admitted 11.
I'm gonna kill y'all's in your sleep.
That's that. You
Thank
love
God.
us.
Hey, Ed, I don't suppose you have a recording of what Jacky said earlier, right?
You can't prove nothing.
Ed looks like really
I'm getting in
sad,
the car.
and he's like, I actually don't.
Oh,
I normally have my voice memo turned on.
Jacky's pocketing her quarter and checking her holsters and going off to the car, grumbling to herself.
Wait, we're going to the suits? We're going to
Yeah.
try on suits? Okay, all right, let's go.
All right. So, I feel like you've been having this conversation in the office, maybe in the yard office. So you step out of the trailer, you walk across the yard. Scraps has Betty Green out front of the garage, and he's just like doing the last little like spit shine on the fender. For your drone, I'm gonna let you have a drone. You're going to have to pay for it. So I think the drone is going to cost you 2 funds, which
Ooh.
represents the amount of money that like your collective money that Ed used to purchase it previously.
We have 1 fund left.
yes.
Bowie.
Well, you
Yeah,
have a
but if
drone
we
now.
don't destroy it, then we'll have.
A
Yeah,
drone.
and under your assets, let's mark a drone.
What's the drone's name?
Oh boy. That's somebody else's job.
Boing.
What's the drone's name?
Boink.
Boink, I said boink.
What?
No,
You
It's Boink.
did not.
I said boink. I didn't say anything else.
Boink.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Is
Young
that a-
thin ice. Young
Boink.
thin ice, Ed.
Boink the
Defensive.
drone.
offensive?
But don't though, please.
Do not blink the drone.
We can't do this.
No.
Okay.
Drone
I
is too
think-
expensive.
Listen, none of
It
us
was
want to
way
do
too
that.
expensive.
None of us can afford that drone.
All right. So you pile into the car. Olly Scraps reaches in, gives you a pat on the shoulder, and says, "All right, kid, take care of her." And you're off. Vroom. We get a shot of Betty Green pulling out of the yard and onto the streets of Gotham. Our dark green 1969 Ford Mustang hatchback.
Fastback, you savage. Hatchback.
I thought you said hatchback. You said hatchback.
No, it's a hatchback. It's official.
No,
Yes,
no,
yes,
no.
yes,
I don't know.
Yes. I have a
That's
Volkswagen
disgusting.
Golf, and
Okay.
it's the love of my life. I'll
Fastback.
kill you.
Fastback, hatchback, and fastback are two very.
All right. I heard you say hatchback, and I wrote down hatchback.
No.
It's a hatchback. I'll
Just
kill you.
Somebody
I'll kill you
look
for this.
No, I will fight. I will fight to the death. Let's do this.
Let's go. Anyway, Ollie
Oh.
and Ed's in the front seat once again because he does get motion sick, and they're arguing about hatchbacks versus fastbacks.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Volkswagen Golf makes a mean hatchback. You got all the trunk room.
Look, Ed, you're not wrong, but there's a time and a place for a hatchback, and it is not on a classic muscle car.
Muscle car, look, you're like a string bean. Where's your muscle?
It's wiry. Don't.
Okay.
Do we need the arm wrestle once my arm is less broken?
Oh, I thought your arm wasn't broken. Oh, so now it's broken.
Ah, shut up. I can bench press you both.
And with that, we will pull back on the scene of our bickering crew heading out into the city. Let's have a. I think we're gonna do a fortune roll to set up the starting situation here. See how things go as we cut to the stakeout. So, who wants to make a fortune roll?
I can, if you guys want. I've rolled a 5
Yeah.
thus far.
Go for it.
I'm gonna
So-
say this is probably with prowl. This can be with your prowl rating.
Oh, well
Definitely
then
not.
somebody else.
Oh, can I do it? I'm a prowler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm prowl as fuck.
You're a resident prowler.
Yeah.
Prowler on a mechanic creeper.
All right. A 2, a 4, a 6. Hey.
Oh!
All right, we got a 6. Cool. So with a 6, I think you're doing quite well on this. So you rolled out in the afternoon. You parked yourselves inconspicuously down the street from this tailor shop, and you chilled out for a couple hours. Sun goes down, and you see coming around the corner and up the street and into the tailor shop, some guys who look like they don't necessarily need tailoring. They're wearing those black and white puffer jackets with the nice fleece-lined hoods, and
Oh my god, that's North Face.
it's good shit. And they go into the tailor shop. A little while later, you spot High Stakes coming up from the opposite direction. He has a
Is
bag.
it coming from like out back?
Yeah, he looks like he's coming from like, Stakes is coming from like out back, and he has some sort of like large bag that he's taking out from out back. Stakes is, to be clear. It looks good.
No, by all means, keep going. Keep going.
So he has some sort of like large nondescript black duffel bag. He's dressed all in black. He's got like a leather duster, and he's a dude with some very like dark floppy hair and got some piercings. He goes.
Why
in.
is he so cool?
Because he's a fucking cool vampire goth arms dealer.
In Gotham. It doesn't get cooler
In
than that.
Gotham. Yeah. He has cool sunglasses.
I don't know if I can rob him.
at
Moon
night.
Knight's gonna show up just to fight this dude.
Yeah. Ollie, he's blowing up your spot a little bit because he's
Yeah,
got
well,
some
he doesn't have cool
sunglasses on at night.
he doesn't have cool fancy genetically engineered eyes, now does he?
He does not. So you're still doing better, don't worry.
I'm gonna have to take a point in command just to be a dick to this man.
Wow.
You know what he looks like? He looks like he walked out of the Matrix. He looks like
Is it Keanu Reeves?
he looks kind of
Can
like
it just be Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, the bank scene in the first Matrix, that's kind of the vibe.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, Ed is not okay. Ed is like, oh god, I don't know if I can go through with this. He looks really cool. I mean, look at
Ed, stop falling in love. I promise he's not that great.
Fall in love a little bit closer. That also works. Everybody likes to be flattered.
Ed has a very quiet crisis about his sexuality.
Ed's having a day.
Mood.
Ed is really having a day. Really should not have drunk that whole thing of Jameson Black Barrel before a mission.
So, are you doing anything at this point, or are you going to wait it out? What's the plan?
Our plan is to wait for Stakes to leave so we can start tailing him back to his actual place of operation.
Right.
And then
Okay.
jump him.
Even if he does a deal, then we're gonna trail. Like he's got to go back there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, let's say this I think is a pretty quick deal. Everything's been arranged in advance, and this has become pretty. It seems like pretty routine. Like Jacky, you notice that this is a notably quick deal. There's not really time for like what would be like a protracted negotiation.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
noticing that they didn't negotiate, which means they're getting desperate.
So after just a couple of minutes, the guys come out of the store. They have two completely different bags, which they are both carrying, and they head off in one direction. A little while later, High Stakes coming out with the same bag, which appears just as full as it was before, so that's interesting. And he is headed off, looks around a little bit, heads off back in the direction that he came, goes around the corner. What do you do?
Follow him.
Yep.
Are you getting out of the car, or are you following him in the vehicle?
Could we, if as soon as we saw High Stakes, I think Ed, because Ed, we sent, if I'm clear on this, we sent the drone to the other location, right?
You did, yeah. So if you
could
want to
Ed
know what's
have-
going on there, we can cut to that.
Is something going on there?
I was thinking that we could call the drone back and have the drone follow High Stakes, unless it would be
Manny
better.
would like to point out that she's quieter than a drone. Drones are loud.
I mean,
Yeah, we don't know if he's getting into a car though.
Well, we should follow in car too, until he slows down. I think.
What's going on the drone video feed?
But what's going on?
Yeah,
with the
now I
movie?
want to know.
I mean, as you're calling it back, you'd see it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
Give me a fortune
Right?
roll. Ed, give me a fortune roll with I think your operate rating because you're operating some
Yes.
technical equipment right now.
Yeah. I swear to fucking God, it's a 2 and a 6.
Oh my god.
This is literally it's a different.
MVP.
It's a different dice every time. This
That's
is
a
like
that's a spread.
this never happens. I always roll
No,
like
embrace
shit.
it. Embrace it. We need this.
Okay, cool.
is happening?
I mean, with a 6, that's good. With a 6, Ed, you know, you've had the drone in sort of like a holding pattern, a hover pattern, right? And you notice as you're about to call it back to your location, in, I must emphasize, a different part of town. It's not going to show up instantaneously.
What?
But you notice a couple of guys in clown masks going into the warehouse. And if you continue to watch that feed for another minute, somebody else shows up in you know, in another Matrix outfit, right? In another like long dark coat with sunglasses, carrying a big duffel bag, and goes in after them as well.
Hey, what the fuck?
Double dealing.
Amazing.
All right.
So what do you do?
Wait, but time-wise, for Hopper's edification.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
Well, we can't see their face, right? On the drone cam.
I mean, like, it's somebody who is dressed similar but not exactly the same. You certainly can't see, like, at the distance that you've got the drone, and with the, you know, it's got like a decent camera, but you can't see, like, you can't get like high resolution facial features or anything.
And I definitely recognize like high stakes and walking away from us while I'm sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got his own agents.
Who dress like him, which is, you know
Smart.
what?
They have a uniform.
Smart, that's what it is.
It's Gotham. You gotta have a theme. You gotta make your guys do your theme.
We want
he's
Matrix, though.
double dealing under the table.
I mean, is it
I
really
didn't think
double
he had him in
dealing?
him. Well, I don't think during the middle, you know, on regular business hours, no one would care. But in the middle of a gang war, yes, may not like that.
I mean, there's a long history of arms dealing and doing exactly that.
David, would it be shenanigans to say that the drone is recording this footage?
I don't think there's any reason that it wouldn't. Yeah, that you wouldn't be able to record. That's a normal thing that drones can do.
Okay.
Yep.
Just in case it's a little bit of leverage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
I think what I'll make you do mechanically for that is, let's say mark off a gear slot that represents like the, you know, like the thumb drive or whatever,
C card.
like the flash
Micro
drive that
SD.
that you've downloaded that video onto.
So let's follow him.
Cool. So let's get Olly, you're gonna pull the car out, keep it stealthy, and sort of scoot around the corner. Let's get a prowl roll. And now we are in the job proper. So we're going to be dealing with our levels, and you're going to be able to gain dice back that get knocked off. So I'm going to set high stakes at a level 1. This is somebody who is, a skilled operator, pretty well known, but isn't really big time. Has connections, is clearly like working his way up, but is still like a level 1 kind of person. You're also level 1, therefore those cancel out. So we are starting with Olly, your prowl rating, without any dice taken away. Do you want to add any dice by pushing yourself or taking a devil's bargain?
I mean, I'm sure game to hear a devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain is going to be high stakes is not alone.
Actually, I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So,
I'm sure it's way worse than I'm thinking, but all right.
We'll see. So
It's a 3 and a 6, so
cool.
Great call.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So with that 6, tell me what it looks like as you bring the car up totally stealthily. High Stakes does not notice at all as he gets into, we'll say, a black SUV, like a big, like Escalade kind of thing.
So, Ollie's going to do something that a lot of people don't think about when they think about tailing, and they're going to tail from ahead.
Ooh, spicy.
Which means that they're going to be a short ways in front of them, and just keeping a real close eye on what behavior the SUV makes, and planning to do things similar to that. I think having Ed there to kind of co-navigate right there in the front seat, might be a little bit. He might stink.
You're gonna take a left.
But if we need to reroute, we can figure it out real quick. And then we've also got a drone that can potentially come into play later. So I think that tailing this dude is going to be pretty easy.
Yeah, the drone's going to get back to you in a bit. Definitely not near your location yet, but on the way. So you scoot around, let's say, the next block up, right? You go up 1 block up, you go up there, you scoot out in front, and you're looking in the rear view, you see High Stakes get into the back of this Escalade. Clearly there is a driver, the windows are tinted, so you don't really know who else is in there, but you're dealing with at least 2 people in this car, and it sets out. You are able to sort of front tail it for a bit. I think the prowl roll kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It holds. I don't think you need another roll for this. I think you're able to successfully tail them back to their location. What do we think this location is? I want to say that they end up down by the docks somewhere.
Classic. Love it.
Love it.
Gotta love the
It
dog.
feels organic.
It feels right.
Here's what we'll do.
It's a computer wholesaler, and repair place. Just if we're gonna keep going on this hardcore Matrix theme.
Sure.
Break.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, so you follow the, the Escalade follows you. It doesn't matter. This big black SUV pulls up, in an alley on the side of a computer repair shop that is sort of just sort of tucked on the side street of this like industrial waterfront, right? So like it's sort of perpendicular to the street that actually goes along the waterfront, and this is, you know, a pretty like quiet at this time of night warehouse sort of area. I want everybody to give me one detail about either the shop or the street or the broader area. Who has a detail? I'm gonna just start saying names, Marcy.
Oh, so we're no longer at the docks. This is now like a random street.
No, it's on the docks.
It's so you have like waterfront, right? So you have like a road and sort of like a big concrete kind of pier expanse, right? That's running along the waterfront. There's probably some like iron bollards, those like little cylindrical things that are regularly spaced along there, and there's a street that just goes perpendicular up from the waterfront, and right on the corner of that street is where you've got this little computer repair shop that Stakes pulls into.
I'll say my knowledge of comics here. I know Falcone has his base of operations is near the docks. He's got warehouses out there. I'm gonna say on one of the walls on this street, like near the shop, there's a very small bullet hole, which is where Jacky first learned how to shoot a gun.
Cool. All right. Ed, what's one detail about this area?
It's nighttime. Is it nighttime?
Yes.
I think...
Yeah, this stakeout took you basically all day.
I think what strikes... Tell me if this is, like, not what you had in mind, but I think what strikes Ed about this area is how cold and loud it is because of the wind coming off of the waterfront. Like, it is ice cold, like several degrees colder than it is in the city, and the wind is just howling. Just because it's, you know, that coming off of the water. And I feel like Ed would think, you know, you could store a body here and it wouldn't stink, you know, you wouldn't notice because of the fish and because of the cold, and you probably wouldn't even hear the gunshots because just that, you know, howling wind.
Cool. Puja, give me a detail about this area.
What I'm picturing the most is corrugated tin roofs, but I also like the idea of them being corrugated tin roofs that are kind of like interconnected, because you've always seen, like, I feel like this is an area where at least the Bat fam would be jumping from roof to roof to roof, and like doing that. So like this is totally, you come here and it's totally set up for that. Like, none of this seems very practical, but I can totally see how you can make the quick getaway through a higher path. And of course, Manny realizes this first thing because her eyes always go up.
Yep. Cool. So, yeah, these roofs are set up and kind of connected in a way that allows, it looks like, traverse. That's interesting. And Olly, give me a detail about this area.
So it's becoming harder and harder to hide your crime in the warehouses areas like this because of the market demand for warehouse and loft industrial spaces and retrofitting those into high-priced yuppie housing and bullshit. So I think one of the things that's actually been there's been some chatter around Falcone and the family, but Carmine himself as well, deliberately spiking any sort of development in these areas to keep them nice and shady and out of prying eyes, because people keep buying this and then those developers mysteriously disappear or whatnot. So actually, like, there's a whole bunch of all along this road, it's like kind of like a faded strip mall type thing, like all of these nice new shops that opened up to support these housing developments. So like there's a permanently closed and like antique store, there's a permanently closed like fucking whatever's fancier than goth bucks, like just like all these like kind of hipstery bullshit joints that are now dead, and the only one that's alive and thriving is this computer store.
Cool. All right, so you pull up at some distance to the computer repair store. You see High Stakes get out of the passenger side of this car. Somebody give me a fortune roll. Just 1d6.
I feel like Marcy hasn't rolled in a hot sec.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I rolled once and it wasn't great, but sure, I'll do it.
Go ahead.
Do it.
Let's see what happens.
What are you, a coward?
5.
5.
Hey.
Cool. Mixed success. Mixed success.
What does that mean in this? I don't like your look. It makes me nervous.
Okay, so this isn't disastrous, but it's not great. The other side of the High Stakes has gotten out of the back passenger side, and the door of the back door of the driver's side opens, and somebody steps out wearing a suit, half black, half white, and it appears that Two-Face is on the scene. And with that, we're gonna cut for this evening.
Oh, how dare!
Fuck you! No! No!
I'm good. I'm calm. I'm good. This sucks.
No!
This sucks.
Listen, this was not the worst option I thought of.
What? This wasn't the worst option you thought of?
I mean, listen, we can have a discussion about it off air. Maybe you have a difference of opinion. But I thought of something that I thought was a really bad option for one.
Oh, I want to hear it, but I'm going to be in agony.
You're sadistic.
So
I'm in physical pain.
Yeah, that's
all
gonna be
the
it for
coin
us.
jokes I have lined up.
That's gonna be it for us tonight.
Oh.
Thanks for joining us on ManaPot Studios for Flights of Fandom, Escape from Arkham. We're gonna be back with our next episode on Sunday, January 23rd at 8 p.m.
Same time.
Same time, same place, different day. So keep your eyes out for that. And we will see then exactly what the repercussions are of our crew's fun little plan. In the meantime, you can head over to youtube.com/ManaPot Studios, where you can watch some of our past flights, including past installments of Escape from Arkham. You can also catch previous episodes here on Twitch under the Videos tab, where we have the VODs. So if you didn't catch last week's, where we kicked off this new season of Escape from Arkham, go ahead and check that out. Again, I've been David. You can check out my games over at dbb-8.itch.io, including In the Dark, the game that we have been playing today here on Flights of Fandom. And with that, I'm going to throw it over to the cast to do their plugs and outros. Let's start with Mattie. What do you got?
I am Mattie and not Ed, and still sadly not Hopper. But you can find, I've been playing Ed, the charming, traumatized, that's 2 trauma, count it. That's what I'm going to tell my therapist. I'm going to say I've 2 trauma out of 4. I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, so I've been playing Ed, and I am Mattie, and you can find me online at Cellartater. That's cellar as in like a wine cellar, and then tater as in tater tot, but it's all one word. Really should make that easier for people to find. I don't know, but you know, I draw fan stuff, I draw other stuff, I draw my cat, and I also post pictures of her. And as for plugs, I don't do anything public, so please check out the rest of these lovely people's works and shows. It is always so great getting to play with them, and they're amazing, and you should check them out. So yeah, thanks for watching.
All right, thanks, Mattie. Let's go over to Marcy.
Hi, I'm a train wreck. I have been Marcy. I will not continue to be. I have been playing Jacky Ripley. Yeah, as David said, the next 2 episodes that are actually going to be airing for this are going to be airing on sort of off times for us, just due to some scheduling shenanigans. Next episode is going to be on the 23rd at 8 p.m. And then our finale will be on the 29th, which is also not a Tuesday. I think it is Saturday. Who knows anymore? But it will also be at 8 p.m. and there will be more details to find on our Discord and our Twitter. I'll be sure to update those so y'all stay in the loop and don't miss out. We're going to have some other fun stuff coming up for you with Flights of Fandom over the winter and spring. We're going to be having a TVA flight coming up in February. We're going to have a little Meanwhile in Metropolis one-shot happening still this month. So stay tuned for more information on that. And upcoming, we've got Mad Max, we've got Bridgerton, we've got BioShock. Lots of stuff is coming your way, and dates will be announced as we get closer to their time. There's also a lot of other great stuff that's happening on ManaPot Studios. We've got our happy hours on Wednesday. We've got our European happy hours that happen on Saturday, and a ton of other great shows that are here. So check out our calendar, check out our Discord. You can catch up on Flights of Fandom amongst many other shows that are happening on our YouTube. Just search ManaPot Studios, and I do believe our Nightbot should also be posting the links to the YouTube. And if you ever want to game with us, you should join the Discord and get in touch. We would love to play with you guys. Other than that, that's all I got.
Awesome. Let's go over to Hopper.
Tis I. Sorry about that. I am still Hopper. And I continue to bring you hot garbage. I like to think of myself as a foil to many of the amazing people that I stream, perform, and role play with. You know, I'm gonna shout out there's another show, if you aren't sick of me, and Marcy, but like nobody's ever sick of Marcy. I'm just
shush. I'm very tiring.
This is my plug. Yeah. Check out our Invisible Sun live stream. We will be returning on the
February. Just say February.
In February. We'll be returning in February, and that's every other Sunday. The Hole in the World stream and podcast. Check it out. It's surreal insanity. If you're looking to find me on the interwebs, you can find me under Failed Deadly. That's with a 3 instead of an E because I'm a bad person. Or if you're looking for like pro GM shit, then you can follow me at the Legend Tree on most platforms as well. I have a website technically. I should update that.
Cool. So check that out, and let's hear from Puja.
Hello, Hello, everybody. I am Puja. You can find me on Twitter at Puja and on Instagram at Pujabberwocky. And I am off for the next little bit for streaming, but I think most of my stuff is coming back with a vengeance next week, late next week. But I'll post information about the games and stuff on Twitter, so keep an eye out there for where I am and what I'm up to, because I promise it's a lot of fun.
Fantastic. And with that, I will thank you all for watching. Thanks for everybody who was chatting with us throughout this, and we hope to see you next time. Same bat time, same bat place, except it's a different time, but it's the same time, but don't worry about it. We've explained this.
Yeah.
January 23rd, 8 p.m. We'll see you then.